Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of my vlog. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be speaking a bit more frankly and a bit more freely than what I do in my movie reviews. I suppose that's what vlogs for. I know sometimes vloggers may be a bit over cheerful or be a bit more enthusiastic or just along those lines. But I'm having last few weeks haven't been great for me, but I'll go into that in this video as we go along. So it's not going to be the cheeriest of content, but if you stick with it, I hope it might be of interest to you or help you deal with the same things that I might be dealing with. So yeah, sit back and hopefully you can find something useful from what I say. If not, then thank you for watching. So, if you have seen my content before, you know that I have, or even if you're new to the channel, I would say, I'm autistic. I have a type of autism called Aspergers, or Aspergers, depending on how you pronounce it. I always prefer Aspergers because it sounds less crap. And one of the names you used to get out of school, for saying the other one. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, the main reason this video is the last few weeks my stutter, well, not so much now, but more in my head mentally, and my anxiety's been quite bad for the last few weeks, to a point where I wasn't enjoying going to work anymore. I find it very stressful being around people that I think it was anxiety, but mostly worrying. I think maybe a hint of paranoia as well, and then all those things multiplied by the fact I'm autistic. I find it just amplifies it from 10 to as high as it could possibly go, and it makes being at work quite hard most days recently. So I've been thinking about it for a while. I keep meaning to go to the doctor to get an appointment to go on antidepressant. Well, I went on antidepressants the first time a few years ago because there was just so much going on. My head was flying around, spinning, so many things going on. So I think, when you can feel all your issues and things you've got to worry about actually moving in your head. I know that sounds a bit weird, but that's just how I would describe it. It just felt like everything, felt like there was something constantly moving in my head. And it got to the point where I had to go to the doctors because it was affecting my work life, it was affecting my home life. I had to go on antidepressants. I wasn't depressed, it just helped to slow down what was going on in my head. They helped relax me a bit, actually be a bit more calm. I was only on them for about 30 days, and then I was off them again. Then I was fine for a few years. But then with work, as I mentioned in my previous content and on my Instagram as well, I had to take a break from doing any kind of content because work just got so busy. I've been moving my way up and full-time hours, and then looking after 3 kids as well. It's a bit tiring, and I just needed, and with COVID as well, causing all the stresses of having to be trapped inside, not be able to get out much, and without a car now. Well, now still. So yeah, it's been a bit awkward. So that's been building up, and I say the last few weeks, it's been paranoia more alongside the anxiety, worrying about what people think of me. Then that gets me down, and then if I feel I've done something, then if I feel I've done something slightly wrong, that will get picked up on, and then it was spoken about again, so it multiplies, and then yeah, I'm not too much into it, but that's basically the gist of it. And then just anxiety of having to speak on cue, which I know, like most people in their jobs, if they have to speak on cue, they have to speak on cue when needed. If there's a complaint, if there's a complaint with a customer, or there's an issue on the phone, and you've got to be able to answer the phone straight away, answer quickly, especially when it's busy. I struggle with that, and then that gets me down, and yeah, just cascades down to a big pile of crap. So instead of going on antidepressants, or well, not antidepressants, but instead of going to the doctors and getting some medication, I've heard, well, right, so I did have this plan in my head, and then when it comes to recording it, it's like you have to, speak and then try and be as informative and as clear as you can, but then half the time you just end up going. So instead of going on medication, I decided to try CBD oil, which if you know what it is, I'll tell you. But if you're new, it's an oil, obviously, and it's from the cannabis leaves, and it's meant to help. And I've read it's meant to help with anxiety and stress and things like that. And it's also used, from what I've read, for people with autism, especially more severe than mine, where they're actually prescribed this oil or marijuana, or in whatever country they might be from, they're prescribed it, and it relaxes them and keeps them calm and stops their outbursts or their stresses, basically from being very upset most of the time. So I've ordered some off of Amazon. I'm going to see if it's any good. I've only bought a bottle that's about that small. Well, not about that, yeah. That. I'm giving it a go, and then I thought if it's of any help to anyone, and then they can follow me along. But I'm going to be well. Firstly, I wanted to. It was just going to be a one-off thing because I thought it's a personal thing. I don't mind sharing it if it helps someone along the line, or if it helps people to understand what adults like me deal with, and then some of the lengths we have to go to if other things don't work, to try and if we have to try and correct our own mental health. Then if they can find it of any help, then great, awesome. So I'm going to be doing weekly updates. I'm hoping weekly updates. If I don't get the time, it might be slightly longer, or maybe slightly earlier, depending on how it's going, and if I get the spare time with work and 3 kids, and a house and 2 cats, and I swear the cats are the worst. So I'm going to be uploading roughly weekly videos just to update you, if you're interested in watching, on my progress with the oil and seeing how if it's been working, and then we shall see if it actually works, because I'm a bit dubious. I don't see how an oil being sprayed underneath your tongue can relax you, but I thought it's a better alternative than going on to the medication, and then that could be making me off it. That could be putting me off as well, and that could make things worse, and then have to keep adjusting and changing it. So I'd rather try this, and then if not, then I'll be up to doctors to be explaining all this to them as I'm talking to you. So I hope you will keep in touch and follow the videos when I put them up. If you want to leave a comment for a comment or any questions, that's absolutely cool. Please do so, and just so you don't miss out, don't forget to hit the notification bell again so you don't miss out. I'm sorry, I do end up repeating myself because my brain just stops, and then I just have to repeat the last thing I said just to try and keep the conversation going. Fortunately, I'm not that intellectual. I wish I was, but I'm not. Sucks. Any questions, or just to give your views, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when my new content is out. And please feel free to look at my other vlog content, specifically if you're interested in autism and spectrum. I do talk about my own experiences with it and my personal view on dealing with my own autism. Please feel free to see that, and it's also my movie reviews as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you will stay with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys. Ta-da.